so today's video is going to be my March favorites. So there honestly really isn't too many products that I have been really loving in the month of March. I honestly cut down my spending a lot in the month of March. I only pretty much made like one order from a new brand to me, but I kind of slow down a bit either in February or March because I always know that the Sephora sale is going to be rolling around in April, and I am shopping the sale at the current time. So that's why there's not too many things from other brands in this video. So I didn't feel like touching up my makeup again, so I just feel like filming this video and then I'm going to just take it off anyway. So if my makeup looks weird, I'm sorry, but I just came back from hanging out with one of my friends. So this is what you get. So let's just start with eyeshadow palettes, and honestly there aren't really too many here, but let's start with the one that is the newest to me. I actually haven't hauled this brand yet because I haven't really had enough things to haul, but since I'm getting the stuff from Sephora, I will share this brand with you soon. But I am going to be sharing a first impressions of this video before this favorites video goes up. So the first palette I wanted to talk about is the Curse Cosmetics Spellbook palette. Now this is a new brand to me, and they actually made me a one of their mavens, so I do have an affiliate code with this brand, which is super exciting. So this is what the palette looks like. It comes with 15 eyeshadows, and you have 7 mattes, 5 true shimmers, and then 3 pressed glitters here on the bottom. I actually have not tried every single shade in this palette yet. I've tried about half of the shimmers in here. I'm slowly working through testing out the whole palette, but so far I really do enjoy this formula. The mattes blend really easily. They're not super duper pigmented. I actually haven't even tried all the mattes. I've only tried like these 4, and the black one is really nice. It's kind of like a grayish tone black, and it looks really pretty on the outer corners. And then the shimmers are really pretty, easy to work with shimmers. I just have been enjoying this formula, so I will have a full video with testing out their products with you guys for the first time. I just want to swatch a couple of the shades. They're just super buttery and very easy to work with, so I really have been enjoying this formula. Very buttery smooth. The mattes are really light and super blendable on the eye, so there are some of the swatches for you guys. So this one is Charm, this one is Love Spell, and this one is Conjure. So there are some of the shades, and yeah, I really just have been enjoying their formula. I really like that there's like a brow bone highlight in here. I like that there's this deepening black shade. I haven't tried the pressed glitters yet, so obviously I will keep you up to date about those, but so far I really have been enjoying this palette. So I obviously will keep you guys updated more once I test out the entire palette, but so far I really have been liking it, and I'm excited for you guys to check out my first impressions of the brand. Okay, and then I do have 2 palettes from Colourpop, and that's basically it. But I have been reaching for these quite a bit this past month of March because I wanted to rotate this palette in my spring rotation. And I think this is such a pretty spring palette, and I'm talking about the Colourpop Lemoncello palette. I just think it's such a pretty color story for this time of year, and I really wanted to rotate this palette in my spring rotation like I just said. So this is what it looks like, and I definitely think that the formula in this palette is definitely pretty much Colourpop's best formula that they've done. The metallics in here are so super wet and metallic on your lid, and the mattes blend so easily, and they're so pigmented. I just can't believe that I was able to try this palette for free because I really was not thrilled by it when it came out, and then I decided to try it and I have no regrets. So I just think that the shimmers are absolutely stunning. I cannot get enough of them, and I can't wait to use this palette more and more this spring season. So there are some of the shades for you guys. This one is Easy Peasy, Serenade, and Touring. They're just so gorgeous. You can't even really see them too well, but they're super metallic and shimmery. So I really have been enjoying this palette. I can't wait to use it some more during this season. I'll swatch some of the mattes for you guys too. I always swatch the blue and the yellow, but they're just so, so pretty. So there are some of the mattes for you guys. There's the yellow and the blue, which is Amalfi and La Festa. So yeah, I really don't have anything else to say. I just really have been loving this color story, and if you're looking for a good spring palette, I would skip over the new one that came out, which is the Easy Does It or something, and pick up this one if they still have it available. Or I think it's called the Daisy Does It, which is a really cute name, and it looks like a cute palette, but honestly, I think that this palette is way more interesting color story wise, unless you're just looking for a nice neutral palette. Then the Daisy Does It palette is very cute. This is a good palette, though, if you want something with a little bit more than just your typical neutrals in it. So it's really, really nice. Where did I just put that first palette? Okay. And then the last, actually I have two more palettes to talk to you guys about. I buried the other one for some reason. So then the last one, the next one is another Colourpop palette, but I have been able to use this a couple times this month. And this one is the Plush Like Me palette. Again, I was so not moved by this palette when it first came out. And I'm so glad, again, I got to try it for free with an order. Because, again, I would have not paid for either of these palettes. And I was just so blown away by the quality of both of these. I just think that once you have this palette in person, it actually is really, really beautiful. And I actually really like the neutral tones in here. I didn't think I needed a palette like this because honestly, I don't really have too many neutral palettes from Colourpop or too many new ones from Colourpop. I have the Going Coconuts, the Ornate, and the Baroque, but those are a lot more warm and cool tone. This one's just a grungy neutral palette, and it's so, so pretty. So I really like this one as well. The shimmers have that really beautiful wet metallic formula. I just don't know why they don't do this formula in every single palette, because this formula is bomb. It's so good. So this one is Throwback, this one is TLC, and this one is Girl Band. So they're just beautiful. Again, I would highly recommend this collection if you've never tried anything from this collection. I think that it's a really beautiful collection. So I really, really enjoy this as well. I think it's super pretty. Okay, and then the last eyeshadow palette, and this palette isn't new to me, but it's been in my collection since February, and I did reach for it a couple of times this past month because I wanted to utilize it a bit more. And I'm talking about the Nomad Whistler Snow Lodge palette. I did use this a few times in the month of March, and I really am enjoying this Nomad formula. I think it's beautiful. All the shades just blend so easily, but they're pigmented. I've never really had a formula like this since Odenzai. I think that they're some of the best indie brand formulas I've ever tried. I kind of compare every indie brand now to Odenzai and Nomad. Mostly Odenzai, because you guys know how much I love Odenzai now. I'm actually wearing the Hella palette today on my eyes. I did not reblend it, but I could just reblend it right now. Just to blend some of that glitter away, because that is a very, very glittery shade. So, yeah, that's a little better. So yeah, I really have been enjoying this palette. It's beautiful. I'm not going to swatch any of the shades, but I did one of the green looks again with this row. Oh my god, this green is my favorite shade in the palette. It's so beautiful. All right, we'll swatch a couple, and then Ski Bum is such a gorgeous like duochrome pinky blue metallic. It's so stunning. And then this berry shimmer called Up to Snow Good. They're just breathtakingly beautiful. I just am in love with this palette. I think it's gorgeous. I'm so glad that this was my first palette from Nomad. They're just so gorgeous. So that one is Whistler, that one is Ski Bum, and that one is Up to Snow Good. So I saw the new palettes, and I'm kind of getting really tempted to pick it up. It looks like such a beautiful spring palette, but there are a couple of palettes that are on my list still from new brands that I haven't tried, like Sigma, Game Beauty, etc. So I'm not sure if I'm going to try that one because I already have this one, and this one is gorgeous, but I am tempted by it. But this is a beautiful palette. I tried to use it a bit more since this gives me a little bit more, obviously, of a wintry vibe. But that doesn't mean you can't use it year-round. Obviously, you don't have to be limited to use any palette at any time of the year. You can obviously use it whenever you want to. So that's it eyeshadow palette-wise. I just have one complexion product to talk about, but I have used this quite a bit this past month. So I find myself reaching for this quite a bit in the warmer months when it starts getting warmer. And I just really love how easy this is to use. I mean, I use all my tinted moisturizers a lot in March all the way up to September for like days where I want lighter coverage or I'm working like a shorter work day. I want something that's a little bit lighter, but the one I've been reaching for the most is the Fenty Beauty Easy Skin Tint. I just love this. I mean, a lot of people recommend this because it's just so easy to use, and I think it works for all skin types. It also has such a nice coverage to it, so I really have been enjoying this one. I've loved this since it came out. I think I got it like not too after it came out for the first time, and I've loved it ever since. I compare most of my tinted moisturizers to this one because this one is so good, but it also has quite a bit of coverage to it, but it's like super lightweight. So I really enjoyed this one, and I'm sure a lot of you do as well. So I really love that one. Okay, then just literally only like 2 blushes to talk about, but let's just go ahead. Actually 3 blushes to talk about. I didn't purchase any new highlighters, any new blushes, any new eyeshadow palettes besides the Cursed palette because I really am just trying to enjoy my collection. So the first one, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my last favorites video, but I wanted to talk about the Plush Like Me Colourpop blush stick. Colourpop blush stick in the shade Mallrat. This is a really beautiful color, and I feel like people sleep on these Colourpop sticks. They are really, really good cream blushes. They go over anything, and then you can just swipe the product with any type of brush, and it goes over powder products so easily, but it also blends out so nicely. I just really enjoy these blush sticks. I feel like they're extremely underrated because, again, they kind of get lost in the mix with all the other releases that Colourpop comes out with. These are so good. So if you're looking for a good cream affordable blush, these are really great. So I really, really like these. So that's that. And then an old school duo I've been going back to the past month is the Double Play duo. I don't think you can even get these anymore, but I just wanted to give this a shout out. These were so good when Colourpop came out with these blush and highlighter duos. I wish they would come out with these again because their older highlighter formula was so good. And now they're like all about the Super Shock formula for every single collection. I was like, can they release some powder ones again? Because I love their powder highlighters. I've always loved their powder highlighters. But this is just so good. It's so easy to apply, and they just both apply so easily, and they're so pigmented. Like, when I need something in a rush and I need something that I can rely on, these 2 products just never let me down. They always are pigmented and beautiful. The highlighter gives such a beautiful sheen, and the blush is just such a pretty blush. And I do think that their older blush formula was better than their new formula because this is like way more pigmented and smooth, and like their newer formula is like way more powdery. It's still good, but I definitely prefer their old blush and highlighter formula. So can you bring these back, please? And thank you. But yeah, I loved these duos, and I still love this one. I kind of wish I would have picked up one back in the day, but okay. And then the last blush is the Odenzai Alva Flower Blusher. in the shade Sweet Tulip. I'm sorry, I'm still getting over this now another cold, and it makes my voice like really raspy, so I'm sorry, but obviously I can't do anything about that. So this is the shade Sweet Tulip. That's why I haven't really filmed too much lately, because I've either been struggling with a cold or other medical issues, and I just like can't deal anymore, but I'm okay. So that is the shade Sweet Tulip. So that's kind of like a darker pinky color. It's so, so pretty. I absolutely love Odenzai's blushes. They are gorgeous. They have such a good formula, and I have been enjoying this blush even more this past month too. So I wanted to mention it again, and it's so, so pretty. You guys know how much I love Apricot Girl. It's such a beautiful blush. Okay, then just one bronzer to talk about. I told you we don't have that many favorites this month. But I've been going back to using this bronzer again, and I'm talking about the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder bronzer in the shade Rosewood. I know this is a pretty old bronzer, but I try to rotate my bronzers a lot more now in my collection, and I kind of use like one bronzer one week and the next bronzer the next week. And this bronzer is just so good and never lets me down. It's such a pigmented bronzer, and I love the undertone for me. It's just so good. This is when Anastasia was like on the top of her game, so I really, really love that one. I've always loved that bronzer. It's so good. Okay, I didn't try any new highlighters this month, but I just wanted to mention the Nomad Stockholm bronzer again. This one is just so, so pretty. I just wanted to open it up because obviously I just cannot believe like this pile is so small, because again, I really didn't try anything. Like, it's crazy, but a haul is coming. But in the month of March, it was a pretty quiet month for me for makeup. So this one is Midnight Sun, and it's just so stunning. I absolutely love this on the skin. You really just have to try it on your face. It's such a beautiful formula. It's such a like creamy, shiny color and formula. It's so beautiful. Look at that. It's right there. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so buttery smooth on the skin. I absolutely love these. I really wish that Nomad would make more than just eyeshadow palettes for what they have to offer. I mean, their eyeshadows are so good, but I kind of wish they would come out with something else besides eyeshadow palettes, like maybe like a highlighter or a blush or a lipstick or something, because they do these products so well. I just hope that they can come out with more products like with each collection, but of course the eyeshadow palettes are beautiful. Okay, so all we have left are lip products. I told you this was a really small favorites video. So the lip products I've been using as my absolute go-tos, and I think I probably mentioned these in my last favorites video, are the Colourpop Glowing Lip and Blotted Lip products in this kind of packaging. I just keep these in my everyday makeup drawer, like with the concealers and eyebrow pencils and all that stuff, and my eyeshadow primers that I use on a daily basis. I just keep these in there just in case if I don't want to get up and get another lip product, or I just want to throw something on and get out of the house. These are like literally my go-tos now. I wore this one called, what is it called? Indulge Me. This is the Blotted Lip to the Chocolate Expo with one of my friends, and I had to work like later in the day, and all I wore to the Chocolate Expo, because I knew I was going to do my makeup for work later, was nude liner on the waterline, mascara on the top and bottom, and then this all over my lips, and that's all I wore, because I was like, I'm not going to do face makeup because I'm just going to do my makeup in like a couple of hours. And this was just so pretty. It's just such an easy neutral lippy, but you don't really have to think about it too much because it's not really too pigmented. So I really, really like that. And then the other one is the Glowing Lip in the shade, wait, hold on. This is called Super Mellow. I'm sorry. The Glowing Lip is called Indulge Me. And Indulge Me is a little bit warmer, and you could see the difference that the Glowing Lip is way more shiny. I kind of really like the Glowing Lips more. because these are more hydrating than this, but this is still really, really good. And I just throw that all over my lips when I want like something to just, you know, again, not really think about. They're just so easy to throw on and just throw in my purse and be good to go. So I really love those. And then the other product, I mean, this is an OG favorite of mine, and I've used this for forever, but I really have been using this quite a bit this past month. I have been using this whenever I just don't have time for makeup, before, again, that I get ready later in the day, and I just throw this on my lips, and that's it. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm in the shade Fenty Glow. I am not sure if there's anyone that hasn't tried this at this point, but I am trying to finish this. As you can see, I'm almost down to the bottom. I have like this much left. So I'm hoping by the end of this year, maybe I'll actually use it up. But that is the Fenty Glow Gloss Balm. These smell amazing, and they are just so amazing on the lips. So I constantly keep this in my bag. This does not leave my purse, and I just use this whenever I need just a little bit of color, but they're so hydrating, and they just look amazing on the lips. No one can make a gloss like Fenty Beauty. She just killed it with that formula. So we have a couple more lip products to talk about. So I also have these two liquid lipsticks from Cursed Cosmetics. I also wanted to try some of their liquid lipsticks because a lot of people talk about these. So the first one is Elemental, and this one is a really pretty like mustardy tone color. I've actually only used both of these. I think this one I've only used once, but it was so nice on the lips, and I really love the undertone. And the formula is really nice and lightweight. And then the other one is Legend. And this one's more of like an orangey color. And this one's also really, really pretty. You could see it's right there. So that one is Legend. And it's a really pretty like pumpkin color, like pumpkin spice color. So these are really, really nice on the lips as well. I really have been enjoying them. They're really comfortable, very easy to apply, very pigmented. And they're not like super drying at all. They feel really nice on the lips. So I really have been liking these a lot. I can't wait to use them more. Okay. And then the other lippy is the Odenzai liquid lipstick in the shade Apricot Girl M202. So this is the liquid lipstick. I think I wore this a couple of times this past month, but I also really enjoyed this formula too. It's a little bit more orangey than the Cursed Cosmetics one, and this one has more of a scent to it. Oh, but again, this formula is so, so nice. Very, very easy to wear and very hydrating on the lips. Sorry, I'm like losing my voice already. But seriously, so pretty. Okay, then the next one, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my last video. I don't think I did. I think I picked this up earlier in March because me and my friend went to Sephora and picked this up. Maybe I did talk about it, but hey, I'm going to talk about it again because I did wear it a couple of times this month. I just stabbed under my thumb with my other thumb. That really hurt. So this is the Gucci lipstick in the cream formula in the shade Katrine, which is 206. And of course, this is a warm tone nude. This is such a beautiful formula in this cream finish, you guys. I mean, I know Gucci is kind of expensive, but I'm kind of like getting hooked on their products at this point. It's really, really pretty, super easy to apply, very creamy on the lips. Love the packaging. Gucci has my heart right now. It's so pretty. And then also, I just wanted to shout out the Dior lipstick in the shade 200. I wore this to my mom's birthday, I believe, and I think I wore it one other time as well. I think I picked this up with some points from Sephora, so I had some credit card rewards, so I picked this up too. And this is such a beautiful formula as well. As you can see, I have a type of color that I really like with all these warm tone peachy shades. But this one's darker than the other two, and I really, really love this one. It's such a beautiful, beautiful, easy formula to work with as well. Really, really love that. And then just have two little samples to talk about. I also have been reaching for this Gourmand Girls lip liner quite a bit. This one is the shade Sweet. I mean, I usually use my Colourpop ones on a daily basis, but I really have been liking this one from Gourmand Girls because it's a really pretty, like, warm tone peachy shade. It's more orange in person. It kind of looks more nude toned on camera. But I think it's really pretty with a lot of my warm tone lippies. So I really, really like this. It's a very smooth formula. And then the last lip product is this little sample that I got from Bobbi Brown. And this is the shade, this is the Crushed Liquid Lip. Is that the shade? I guess so. This was really, really nice on the lips. I think I'm wearing this in a video. I can't remember. But it's very pigmented, and I really, really liked how it looked. It's kind of like a glossy lip stain. It's really pretty. Again, super hydrating on the lips. I really liked it. I've only used it once, but I really like it. So that's that. And then the last sample is this little mascara of the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. I've heard really good things about this mascara, and I do like it. I like the shape of this wand, and it gives you really nice volume and length. It's a nice mascara. I've just tried so many mascaras, but I do really like this. It's not my absolute favorite, but out of the new mascaras I've tried, I really like it. So yeah, that is it, you guys. That's all we have to talk about. Yeah, I didn't really try too many products, like I said. I really just tried to take it easy this month. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. Again, I will have a haul coming very soon. A lot of newness is coming. So yeah, and I'm also wearing like a few of the new products that I'm testing out today. And I can't wait to haul them for you guys because it's some of the Sephora sale products. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these products. What did you think of them? And yeah, that's pretty much it. I love you guys. Bye.